Okay, so I've cleaned up the inside of it, as you can see. I had to use some zigzag stitching because my serger couldn't get through all the layers. So I end up zigzagging everything that the serger couldn't get through. Okay. So this is how it looks so far. So now what we're going to do is you're going to flip these pieces up. And what we're going to do is you're going to just top stitch these pieces in place. So what I want you to top stitch going across the inside of this, top stitch the inside of here, then top stitch the inside of here and around here and going back down that side. So you're top stitching this whole entire top leaf and this top leaf here, and then you're going to only top stitch the inside of here and the inside of here. Okay, so I'm going to so this is how it turned out so far. The bodice is basically done. As you can see, here's all the top stitching I did for the bodice in the front. And I also top stitched along this part right here to make this part like so it can just, you know, top stitch the seam up. Okay, so let's work on the back so we can just get that out the way, and then we'll get the flower and everything made. So this is basically how the back of your dress is going to look. So let me adjust the camera a bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take about 1.5 yards of ribbon, and this is the 1.5 inch ribbon, and you're going to lace up the back of your corset slash apron dress thingy, whatever you want to call it. And so first I'm going through the top loops like this, and make sure that your ribbon is even. Okay, and now you're just going to do like a crisscross design. How that looks, it's actually going to look nicer when you put it on the child. We're going to get ready to get started on our flower that's going to be put on the side right here. So what you're going to need for the flower is you're going to need your green, dark green satin, and you're also going to need your ivory satin. Okay, so this is one of the leaves that I just made to match Princess Tiana's sleeves that are on her dress. I'm going to make 7 of these, and what I did was I just made a template, and I'm just going to cut out 7 of these leaves, and I'm going to use my candle to singe the edges of it so it won't fray. Okay, so I have all of my leaves singed, and I just cut out a whole bunch of petals. Some of them are big, some of them are small. I'm going to singe all these petals just like I singed the leaves. And I also have this pearl spray thing that I plan on putting in the center, and it kind of looks like the little things that are sticking out of the lily on Tiana's dress. And I'm going to use this as my center of my flower. And these are called cream pearl spray. That's how it looks, and you can get this in the craft store. In the wedding section is where I got it from. And you can get cream or white, whatever color you can find in the store. I got cream. So I'm going to get started on singeing this. And one tip is you should heat up your hot glue gun while you're getting these singed so it can be nice and hot and ready for you to glue the flowers onto this. Okay, so I am done singeing all my petals and everything. So here is, if you can see that, this is the pearl spray, So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our smaller set of petals, which are right here. And what we're going to do is take the petals and you're going to use the glue gun and you're going to glue them on like this. So first I'm going to start off with gluing on the smaller petals in the center. So I'm going to put some glue in the bottom and place this in here and wrap it around like this. And then we're going to do it again. So okay, so this is how my flower turned out with just the petals. So I am going to now take the leaves and just glue them around the flower, like kind of around this side, because the top is where it's going to be attached. So it's going to be around here. So I'm going to put about 4 flowers on this to kind of match how her dress looks. And then once I have the leaves glued on, I'll come back and show you how I'm going to do the bottom of it right here where you see this wire. Okay, I'll be right back. So here's how our flower turned out. Okay, so now I just cut off that part in the back. And I'm going to cover, I might cut this down a little bit more, and then I'm going to cover it with this satin. And then I'm going to attach the safety pin so I can safety pin it onto the dress. Okay, so as you can see, this is a wood screwer, and what I did was I took my ribbon and wrapped it around on here, just the bottom half of it, and this is the rest of it. I'm going to stick this in a warm oven on 200 degrees for about 30 minutes to an hour to get this curl to stay in here permanently. And then once that is done, I'm going to remove it from the oven so we can attach it to the dress. I've already safety pinned this onto the dress, so I will be back once that's okay. So done. My ribbon is done, and this is how it looks. It has the little curl in the end, which is the look I was trying to go for. So now I'm just going to arrange the ribbon onto the dress the way it looks on Tiana's dress, along with these leaves. So I'm just going to take this ribbon and I'm going to glue it to the bottom of this leaf right here, and then I'm going to attach these leaves onto the ribbon with the hot glue gun to kind of match the way Tiana's dress look. Also, you see how this loop is right here? What I'm going to do is take the ribbon and I'm going to loop it like that and glue it so it'll look just like the loop on Tiana's dress. Okay, so here is how our dress looks with the tutu underneath and the corset apron dress thing, whatever you want to call it, that we made over it. This is how it looks from a distance. It looks almost just like Tiana's dress to me. I think we did a really good job. I'm just gonna go in so you can see the details. That's the little lily that she wears on her waist. And see the front. And the back is mostly tulle, and as you can see, it's tied up in the back. I'm going to be showing another clip of this dress actually on my daughter right now. As you can see in the video, she's back there asleep. She just fell asleep eating. So the next thing we're going to be doing is creating the tiara that Tiana wears. So stay tuned for the next video to learn how to make her tiara.